Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're doing a late review on the Champions League knockout playoff round, and we start with my new favorite team, Brest, and you already know I like Brest in more ways than one. They're playing PSG, and an early penalty by Vitinha and a brace by Ousmane Dembele helped PSG to a comfortable 3-0 win over Brest. In the second leg, it was complete annihilation, however, with a 7-0 victory, and they progressed to play Liverpool. Weston McKennie, my fellow American, gave Juventus the lead, but Ivan Perisic soon leveled the scores after the break. Samuel Mbangula scored in the last minute to give Juventus the lead going into the second leg. However, their lead would be cancelled out in the second leg with Ivan Perisic scoring yet again. Weah leveled the scores just 10 minutes later, but Ismail Saibari got the lead back for PSV to send the game to extra time. 8 minutes into extra time, and Ryan Flamingo scores the winner to send Juventus home and PSV to the round of 16, where they will play Arsenal in a rematch from last season's group stage. Serhou Guirassy, Pascal Gross, and Karim Adeyemi all scored in Dortmund's 3-0 win in Lisbon over Sporting, and a 0-0 draw in the second leg took them through to the last 16 to play Lille. A very favorable draw for the Germans. Haaland absolutely carried City for the 100th time. That would be cancelled out as Mbappe equalized, but a penalty in the 80th minute converted by Haaland got them the lead back. However, Ederson had an absolute disaster class, letting Brahim Diaz getting a rebound and going in no man's land, trying to stop Vinny, and his attempted shot went to Bellingham, who scored the winner, and just like that, City bottled again. Mbappe had an absolute masterclass, however, and scored a hat-trick to eliminate City and advance, and they will play Atletico, so we will see a Madrid derby in just the round of 16. Ferran Jutgla gave Bruges a shot lead over Europa League champions Atalanta before Mario Basilic leveled the scores before the end of the half. However, Bruges earned a last-minute penalty with substitute Gustav Nilsson converting to get a shock and important win going into the second leg, which Bruges took advantage, scoring 3 goals in the first half. Ademola Lookman pulled one back right after the half, but then he earned a penalty to pull one back and give Atalanta hope. Yup, and just like that, Atalanta are out to an underrated Club Bruges side who will play Aston Villa, and this draw is actually pretty favorable for them. In the Santi Jimenez derby, Igor Baital got Feyenoord a surprise early lead. However, that wouldn't mean anything for AC Milan, with Santi Jimenez leveling the scores and scoring against his former team in just the first minute. Somehow Theo Hernandez got a second yellow card, however, for getting fouled. What kind of preposterous nonsense is this? How bad of a ref do you have to be? This is even the Premier League, and the refs are still bad. What is the Champions League cooked up, bro? With that, this absolute bozo of a coach subbed off their best attacking talent when they needed a goal, and as punishment for his incompetence, Julian Graza took Feyenoord through to the last 16 just 2 minutes later. This sees Feyenoord advance to play the only Italian side left in the Champions League, Inter. Olise and Kane scored in just 4 minutes of each other for a 2-0 lead over Celtic. Later on, Daisen Maeda pulled one back, however, to give them hope in the second leg, which they took advantage of, with Nicolas Kun scoring the goal to send the match to extra time. However, it wouldn't go to extra time as Alphonso Davies scored a last-minute winner to take them to the last 16, where they will play against their domestic title rivals, Leverkusen, this early on in the competition. Pavlidis, who has been in amazing form this season, scored the only goal against Monaco to give them a 1-0 lead going into the second leg at home, which they would double thanks to Turkish international Aktürkoğlu. Minamino and Ben Seghir, however, would level the aggregate score. Pavlidis scored a penalty to get the lead back, but just a minute later after coming on, George Ili and Kiana, I definitely butchered that, replied immediately to give Monaco hope and potentially send the match to extra time. That hope wouldn't mean nothing, however, with Kochu scoring the winner just 3 minutes later to send Benfica to the last 16, where they will rematch against Barcelona after Barca's famous remontada against them. And the round of 16 matches are as follows: PSG against Liverpool, Club Brugge over Aston Villa, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby, PSV Eindhoven and Arsenal in a rematch from the group stages from last season, Benfica against Barca in a rematch from the group stages from this season, Dortmund against Lille, Bayern Munich against Leverkusen, really spicy matchup, and Feyenoord against the last Italian side, Inter Milan. These are pretty decent matchups. The final matches will be played on Tuesday and Wednesday, the second leg. As of I am recording this is really late. I haven't had time. Alright, I'll be making a round of 16 review soon, and since the World Cup qualifiers are coming up, I'm gonna make a huge review on the March qualifiers. And anyways, make sure to like and subscribe to the gaming channel as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Unbiased predictions for the round of 16. Definitely unbiased. Nah, completely biased. PSG, they're beating Liverpool. Aston Villa are going through. Real Madrid are going through. Arsenal are going through. Barcelona are going through. Dortmund are going through. Bayern are going through. And so are Inter. Alright, that's it. See you guys.